Quarterback movement, man. That's been the name of the game. That's been the big headlines here in the transfer portal. And another one on the move as Brendon Lewis has committed to Memphis. Of course, the Memphis Tigers losing Seth Hennigan, who's been a really, really solid quarterback during his career there at Memphis. Former UNLV quarterback Matthew Sluka was actually slated to visit Memphis this weekend. It doesn't look like that's going to be happening anymore, as Brendon Lewis, who started his career at Colorado, 6'2", 207, almost 7,000 career yards, 43 passing touchdowns. Rough go at Nevada, not necessarily him personally, but the team the last couple of years, 2-10 and 3-9. So there hasn't been a whole lot of winning going on. I don't know if there's been, if it was a great roster over there around him. And he's coming into a situation now at Memphis, a program that's been bowl eligible for 11 straight seasons, finished the college football playoff rankings 25th this year. So obviously Ryan Silverfield over there at Memphis doesn't want to take a step back, bring in a veteran guy in Brendon Lewis to compete. You bring in a young guy as well, but is he going to be for sure the starter in your opinion?
Yeah, don't forget about Antoine Hill, top 200 player, big, athletic, super talented player, high 4-star, not the type of player that typically goes to Memphis out of high school. There's a loaded quarterback class. He is one of those who brings a lot to the table physically, arm, athleticism. So I do question whether the plan is to bring him along slower. He's not the most advanced as far as some of the mechanics, some of the just college level decision-making and progression. He's a big, athletic, super talented guy with a big arm. But, when players get bigger and he can't just outbody everybody, is he going to be able to make that quick adjustment? This to me is a hedge to say, look, if you come out and win this job, Antoine Hill, against a Brendon Lewis who has all that experience, it's your job. And you're going to take the Memphis program to the top. But if you're not ready, you don't have to play right away and get ruined, right? You can wait. Now, the tricky part, the portal's there. And a guy like Antoine Hill going into the portal going into Memphis went on a limb. So do you tread lightly to make sure he doesn't jump in the portal? How much do you cater to his feelings, knowing that if he jumps in the portal, he's going to get a lot of interest? And you were, I don't want to say lucky to get him, because you recruited him and you earned that recruiting victory, but it was not a victory that was expected by the national pundits. And if Antoine Hill says, you know what, I came here expecting to play, I'm not playing, and jumps in the portal, he's gone. And now you don't have him going forward. So a delicate balance here, because it's very possible that a player with experience like Lewis just beats out Hill. And if he beats him on the practice field, do you play Hill anyways and have the players on your team say, hey, you're not giving us the best chance to win? Tricky situation there. I guess it's better to have more options at quarterback than not. But I'm a little bit surprised that they're not just handing the keys to Hill.
Yeah, and on a side note, it's going to be interesting to see where Matthew Sluka ends up from UNLV, because a lot of these starting spots that you could potentially slot into are kind of drying up, I would say. And when he left mid-season like that, you were thinking, hey, he's got to have some pretty big programs knocking on his door, trying to get him in for next season, because he was willing to take the red shirt and sit out and all that. But that'll be an interesting one to kind of track.
No question about that. So we'll see how it shakes up. The G5 is taking a whole new personality with this guaranteed playoff spot. So these are very, very big decisions that could impact football in January. And you don't always look at it that way, but they do. And you're seeing, again, highly ranked blue chip quarterbacks go to schools like Memphis. And now you're seeing good portal options like a Sluka, who ultimately, did not end up here. Most likely doesn't look like it. Brendon Lewis. Very, very interesting to see the development of the G5 programs in the portal era.